Okay, so let's start it. I bet most of your people have sat in the chair. It's not about what collect them into. It's not about their own initiative, their own drive, their own ambitions, their own curiosity. I can say from the era which I grew up, I don't give a rat's when you say it. Which you mean, okay? You can only be rotted if your back is bent. It is bent. On my tombstone, I want the epitaph. Be ashamed to die until you have scored some victory for your humanity. Many people look for meaning in life. I thought I was going to be under a rock or behind a tree. Or where is my meaning? You have more power than that. You have the power to create meaning in your life rather than passively look for it. Meaning to me is do I know more about the world today than I did yesterday? That enhances meaning for me. And if that accumulates and accrues daily, in a month you know more than you did, and just a day then later, so you continue to grow. But for a question of being worsened, where do you find meaning? It was how do I create meaning, and that started early teens. You can write a say between people who change grass, but they don't hold power over you. This member quote from Martin Luther King. You can only be right if your back is bent. When you grew up, it was very common to hear the phrase, stick and stone and break my bones. Of course, will never hurt me. I haven't heard that phrase in a long time. I don't hear it recited in the elementary schools. And I think that happened over years is we came to learn on a civilization where words can be hurtful. That's an offense in, in mental health. What I see on the left side of a coin, however, is people are less able to deal with very same people who are today, or back then, who are calling your names. I can say for an era which I grew up, I get good at asking you say to me, unless you between me and some call, that now I don't navigate it some way. Did it racist person or sexist person or was with some kind of cultural bias? I don't know that actually when you say everything you want to say, that's okay, that's who you are. That's how you're thinking. So now what I need to do? Because you in my way, do we dig under you, go around you, live over you, or do we go this way and then come out the other side? Yes, more it's longer, it's more effort, it's more energy. Or sometimes it's also some shit different day. I can say you being racist, you being and that's not you're not advocate. I think high school that's when we learn how to deal with difficult people. There are people who are nasty. You're gonna have to navigate them. There are people who you cannot interact with. For whatever reason or another, they're going to be in the cubicle next to you in your workplace. So I think we undervalue of the total social part that people are thrust into the high school experience. But to say, oh, you have learned more, but you have to deal with all these people. Have to deal with all these people is now in your portfolio. Your motivation for the kids, you have in this couch, they have some vision statement and have grit. Okay, they're knocked out, they need to back up, they're trying to run away, they're not out again. They were successful either with their health or influence or just joy in the lives persons. For me, what I do public, 80+% of it is driven by duty, not by ambition. That's how I feel. If you go to K, decided end up hosting Cosmic in 2014 and Dream, winner of Carl Sagan, who is talented. He spoke me and said, you could consider hosting Cosmos and say and don't. There are a dozen people. We have a dozen others who jump in at this opportunity. I don't need to do this. I really don't. Then talk about it and say we made Carl Sagan when he was 17. I was studying college and was Cornell. I never accepted to Cornell. We didn't know what college I wanted to go to. And the message of the show that wasn't in the moment there, they for me of memorable applications to him. First reaction, he sent me a letter. And I guess later, and I opened it, it says, understand that you like the sound stuff I like. Do you want to come visit the campus to help me decide if you want to go to Cornell? He met me outside his building on a Saturday. It is something really cool to read back a report of myself. It was the most exciting for me. Still new Tyson, future astronomer, son of Carl. But the day I'm going back to New York, it begins to snow, and it does often in December, in Africa. And he says, here's my home number. Little bird can get through for snow. For the time my family go back tomorrow. I'm thinking, who am I? Why? I'm nobody. Where was somebody to him? And I said to myself, I'm a remotely famous atheist. I will treat students the way he has treated me. If we move forward this memory into this next cosmos, then we have a way to justify who we want them as the next host because the thought got passed. It wasn't passed in 2014, it was passed in 1925 to Neil Tyson, future astronomer. I still have that book. And what is an adult signed it? But a kid who never lost their curiosity. And because the people who have sat in chair, it's not about the college that we're into. It's not all about its own initiative, their own drive, their own ambitions, their own curiosity. That is now taught in school. Sadly, school, they view you as this empty vessel. They pour information in, instead over here, in a high grade you praised. You may even give more common speech. The checkers and movers of the world. I don't think so. When you come out of step on last of school, you're not singing the Alice Cooper song, School's Out Forever. That'd be a sad song to be singing. Saying G. And go 2 3 months without learning anything. You should be sad that school's over. Not happy. And so you leave school, you say to yourself, I now know how to learn. I now have a curiosity of all things and have yet to be exposed to. And I will now become a lifelong learner. I read things that take me to places where people think. What's your dad that's impacted you so much you still carry today? For me, unless words, wonderful wisdom did he glean in his life and he successfully communicate to me. As a bad example, but just as this is statement. In high school, he was in gym class. He was lining up. We were about to enter the next other club. It was track and field. And the gym instructor pointed to my father online and says, Shield Tyson, if I look at him, he does not have a body type that will excel in jump. And he says, what? No one is going to tell me what I can't do in my life. And he used that as a reason to start running. Within a few years of that, he began world class. In 1948, the Olympics were not yet ready to come back to Earth because we're still ruling and rolling from the Second World War. Instead, they were still in Olympics. It was called GI Olympics. It was held in Hitler Stadium. She competed in Hitler Stadium in like 1940s. But the reason why I'm saying that is there's a friend of him, Jimmy Johnson, who was competing at the New York Art Club at the time. As the only bright Protestants, so not the pioneer club. So everybody who would not accepted to New York Art Club was basically black and Jews. And his best friend, Johnny Johnson, okay, he could run out the back, stretch, maybe a quarter mile, coming on the final straight away. And the runner from your other club was a few paces behind him, and Johnny Johnson overhears that runner's coach say, catch that nigger. And he overheard this. So what he said to himself, he said, this is the one nigger that he ain't gonna catch. And he started his lead to the finish line. And in the story, not with any bitter turn, it was his occasion to parlay, but today maybe called microaggression into a reason to excel with more than you had expected of your own abilities and talents. My question, which impact you want to have for the world? Main impact would be people learn from me in the way that they are empowered. But I taught them. So they think, learn from me. They no longer think of me. They think of their own initiative based on understanding of how this world works. I become irrelevant. And people say it is true because they said so. Then I failed. Then how you teach someone that's teaching them by authority. I don't know that's not I want to teach them how to think over the word. They say, okay, we need to understand the word and you should bring off. You don't even look back. Because a new level of hunger are descended upon you. And the method and tools defeat the hunger and are accessible to you. So the impact would be that others are impacted and they don't even remember they have something to do with it. Okay, so that is the end of my video today. So I'm gonna start with the 30 minutes speaking.